as always the case with like WWE, it's often the things that they don't do. But again, they have a 3 hour show to fill. They normally have a decent structure on it in terms of like how many segments to devote to it and all this sort of shit. Once you kind of give fans enough other things to pad it out, I don't think we really care, you know?
So it's after complete the international events now have completely changed the landscape of WWE live events
Yeah.
because fans want to be the cool crowd, and you can only
Yes.
be a cool crowd by being invested in what's happening.
Hmm.
That's the only way but you look good, and you get complimented as a crowd, as Irish, concert, live entertainment goers. Ireland, greatest, if not top fucking 10 audiences on the planet. We're fucking brilliant. And people always tell us that when they're here. Imagine how that works. Of course, I'll buy your tickets. Come back again. Tell me I'm great.
Yeah.
But you can see with the French crowd just broke the mold, and now you can't. It's not cool to be the lethargic. We've seen it all before. No, it's now in vogue to be invested and cheer and have fun. That's what's wanted now, and you can see it in how they're reacting to people, and it's like, okay, the crowd's being sound again. We can give them cool shit.
Yeah. But isn't that a very, very smart way of marketing your product? Because what you've done is basically give fans an incentive to go to the show to make noise, and the noise then obviously that makes for great social media clips and very little like kind of like out of context things of like, oh wow, this show is fucking massive because of this crowd. Do you know what's the best example of that? OTT. OTT, when you think about it, is the exact same, is very, very similar to how WWE are doing things now. Because actually, I'll broaden this out overall to indie wrestling. Because I think when Triple H was doing his little kind of like, shall we say, like dictator-like tour of the indies, going, oh yes, I think I'll take Progress, I'll take ICW, and I'll take any other poor fuckers you have who want money, But what he was doing there was kind of was assessing what like every show, every place has its kind of unique energy. So the ICW have the garage. So Fight Club is a unique energy onto that. What makes that place interesting? Okay, take elements out of that. What makes the actual ballroom interesting for Progress? Again, a lot of it is venue based. So there's a commonality there. Then you have something like say WXW and the Turbine Hall and their like festival of wrestling to do every August. But what's the biggest thing what's the one thing that stands out for WXW for me is the crowd closing into the ring, slapping the mats, that energy being put into the match. There's no outside interference in that. There's no weapons, no gimmicks in that. It's just a pure wrestling match, and those people are there to see that match. You know what I mean? Again, even expanded out to something like New Japan, their culture is different. Their match is always defined by how long they are. But like, if you look at any like a Okada Omega match, after 40 minutes, the people are crying in the crowd because they are so like empathetic to the people. Like they're just, someone please win. Like there's there's emotion being shown there. So again, all those elements in there. With OTT, it's a Tivoli, but it's a fan interaction. It's always been the fan interaction is the common thread there. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's a fan interaction. They throw the energy into the ring, and the ring throws it back at them, and pass that ball around, and that's wrestling in a nutshell.
You get a bit of a magic touch off the stadium. You can always see it in the first match, and the room just kind of shakes a bit.
Yes,
and that's a bit. I could go home after that. I could just be like, all right, that's it. And it's same with Croke. Like I love Croke Park. You walk up the steps, you stand on the hill, you hear the roar, you can go home. Nothing's getting better than that. Unless there's a particularly good match or someone scores a goal. That's the equivalent. I've never seen it, but I would love to see Ireland score a try in Lansdowne. That's these little moments that you get. That's what they're bit like. It's call and response. That's the best thing about wrestling.
Yeah, 100%.
They do the thing, and we get to go yippee, and we're supposed to. No, like we went out over the weekend and we were sitting down. Golf happened to be on. And I just couldn't. I had wrestling brain on, and I was like, some fucking guy put it, and I went, oh, yeah, oh, wait, no, it's golf. It just doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit as much as you want it to. And having, like, I got the buzz back at Ted Lasso watching football, and, like, it's, and that's like that is push and pull. Whereas WWE get to go, and they will applaud now.
Yeah. Exactly. They have you on the puppet strings, whereas like as I say, like we've obviously with the at time of recording the Olympics are on, and like like any like I even though I don't consider myself a patriot or a Republican or anything like that, I consider that kind of stuff a little bit kind of like silly, but don't get me wrong, I will be fully emotionally invested in Irish athletes in sports I never gave a fuck about prior to this point.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
Like I was fully
put a fly in a green jersey and watch it climb up a wall and fucking there.
There you go.
What the fuck?
Did I give a shit about badminton like until like 2 weeks ago? Because even though I played it when I was younger, no, I fucking hated badminton. I despise the sport. However, when that guy was going, when our top baby face was going up against that heel Israeli Russian competitor, oh fucking get him. Get him the fucking shithouse. He's delaying the things. He's getting the belts. Fuck him. You know, like that happened, but that's natural. That is like a very nice. That's where like kind of like wrestling's kind of giving you a very like kind of like moderate tribalism in the sense where like. Do you know what? I think we've always got that from like kind of like wrestling shows over here for a long time, especially the family friendly stuff. Because again, we've all in the same age bracket. We've all gone to like a wrestling show like that, where it's like, fucking bored off my tits here. Fuck, I'll chant for Paul Tracy.
Yeah. You have to. It's the like because me wife is like roping in a load of people from work to have gone to like successive shows, and I'm like, right, rule 1, don't touch the wrestlers. Don't fucking touch them. Rule 2, pick somebody and stick with them for the full match. And go for it as if they are your own child. Because you just enjoy it more. Like, listen to the entrance music and pick someone. And I can guarantee you, there hasn't been a single card for years now that me and my wife don't have opposite favourite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking, I'll go top to tail on the next fucking scrapper card, and I'll tell you now, opposite fucking corners every fucking time.
That's lovely. I love that. It's the same with it's the same with me and Kara. Like everyone's like that in the same way. Like we love each other very, very much. But when it's Liverpool and Chelsea in a cup final, that is a fucking dangerous situation for our relationship to be in.
Yeah.
But that's totally understandable. That's the way it should be. That's nice. It's a nice way of getting their energy out, you know?
We're lucky. I'm lucky enough that I've introduced Sarah to a lot of sport, so she just follows all of my teams, which is grand. Now the controversy has begun because the godparents have separate sides. There's a Liverpool and a Man United fan in between with the godparents. So they met in the middle and chose Leeds.
At least it wasn't Man City.
I know it couldn't. That'd hurt. You better off picking Everton. But it was
actually we're better off picking Everton.
They chose Leeds.
You summed it up perfectly. They met in the middle.
Yeah. It was like apparently the correct answer was Burnley.
Yeah. As we all know, the correct answer was Richmond FC. Thank you very much.
AFC Richmond, of course.
AFC Richmond, thank you. Yes, AFC Richmond.
If you wanted to pick them, you should have picked Crystal Palace.
Yeah, there we go.
I kind of like though that
Palace of Crystals. That sounds terrible.
It left nobody upset, but it left everyone confused.
Much like Leeds. Although they were my first. Leeds versus Man United was my first ever Premiership game I watched live on a school tour. So hey.
What school tour?
Yeah, we went on a school trip. Yeah. One of the teachers either had friends or was owed money from the fucking the travel agents that did like loads of football games, and he just had an in with them. And there was like annual school trips to England to watch football matches.
Our school had a hookup with Celtic.
Ooh, nice.
So there was occasional like Champions League trip to Copenhagen or somewhere else to follow Celtic.
But oddly, it was
God, my feelings were changed. We did
Believe
not
me,
get.
Yo, this is the one shining light in our fucking school, lad. I can tell you that much. Like literally, our school's like claim to fame was like, Niall Quinn was here. Like,
once.
did he fucking build the fucking castle with his bare hands? No, he fucking didn't. All right, he muddled through like the rest of us did.
Yeah, I was particularly upset when everyone went to Barcelona to the Camp fucking Nou. I was like, none of you actually like football. All the tickets went. I was like, I want to actually watch the football, and it was all the fucking chirpy young ones going, get to go to
yeah, usual.
Fucking cunts. I didn't want to go anyway. I was working. To this day, no.
How many years has it been, Brian?
Fucking not nearly enough. Not nearly
Scars
enough.
are still there.
Hang on. That was, yeah, I want to say 2007. There you go.
So it'd be nearly correct to say that you've lived more years since that than you did before that.
I am an extremely petty thing.
And let me ask the question: have you been to the Camp Nou since?
No, I
Or
fucking
you
haven't. No,
Yeah,
I
there you go.
fucking
See, that's the
haven't.
thing.
And you know what? I didn't even want to fucking go anyway. Didn't even want to go. What the fuck would I need to go there for? That jersey shit.
It's all Spotify everywhere. It's a lot of bollocks.
You know what happened? You know what happened? Someone brought me back a Rubik's Cube of a Barcelona Rubik's Cube.
A Barcelona Rubik's Cube of like what?
Now,
Three
I never-
colors.
I never. Well, no, they had pictures on them. It was very.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I never enjoyed seeing who y'all's fucking heads smashed against a fucking wall.
A lot of Real Madrid fans would like that very much. To be fair.
See, that might explain my love of the, I was going to say the Galapagos.
Galapagos. The great team, but my God, did he slow on the counter?
Yeah. That's around the time I dropped. Like, I think I can mark it down to the day. The second Luis Figo left Real Madrid is when I stopped watching football.
Oh yes, that was a thing.
That's when I dropped out of legitimate sport. Got interested in the theatre. There was if only, I tell you, if you could just get a little bit more booking into legitimate sport, I'd be so much happier.
I mean, depending on where you look, I mean, there's plenty of booking going around.
If we could, less said about the Italian league, the better.
It is. There's a lot of kayfabe. There's been a lot of kayfabe in that league over the years.
When they started it all with their Coliseums.
They did.
Yeah, fucking listen, I'll give it to them. If they can fucking bring back the boat fights in the fucking sports stadiums now, I'm straight in. No fucking mess.
I agree. They need to bring chariot racing. Really needs to make a comeback, doesn't it? Like,
I think William Regal wants to finish this up quick.
Chariot racing, like chariot racing and polo.
Regal's a very methodical wrestler. He won't be rushed, and I don't see him as a tea and crumple.
we do need to find a more humane replacement for the horses, though, because I feel like there'll be a lot of drowning in that.
All right, look, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say one word and no more, and your brain will fill in the gaps. Wheelchairs. Here you go.
Oh God, that's so much worse.
These superstars are at the top.
You happy with what you got? Although, the fucking greatest fucking fact that everyone is aware of now, because of the Olympics, they fly the horses to the Olympics.
Yes, they do.
And it's on an aeroplane named Air Horse One.
Never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone
My favorite thing about that is that all the horses have passports.
Yeah.
With their pictures on it. It's like I'm not gonna be that guy, but you try and tell the difference between two horses in particular. Like,
I tell you, you don't look a lot like your picture. Oh God, you don't worry about it. Have you on to the Claire?
I'm the chain of dental records.
Just could you fucking imagine the smell on that plane.
Oh,
You wouldn't want to be the person opening the door. Fucking hell.
that's a specialist job. That is. That's
Oh. God, that's my
especially
job.
especially during the Olympics. That's a very stressful time for horses. You know, I mean, they all want to go for gold.
This could
Like,
be big, but it
they're on specialist diets, different sleep cycles.
Just for the horses, the human athletes, not a problem. Are horses the only other species of athlete?
in this ring tonight.
wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
yes,
there's
me
no one
one
else.
bit. This is a
Nope.
great match.
We're missing a
Fans
fucking
are
trick
definitely
there.
into it.
Mm.
That's what really.
Right, look.
at the
Bobsled,
blood just pouring down his
penguins.
face.
What the fuck are we doing?
I love it when
What
these
the fuck are we
superstars
doing?
just go
If
in there
Crufts
and
has taught me
beat the
anything,
hell out of each other.
I'm sending a tweet. Where's the Olympic Committee? The Animal Olympics. Animal Olympics.
I choose to believe that at one time there's going to be a slight possibility that we'll get like an Olympic Crufts. Because you imagine a little like pug being an Olympic gold medalist, not having a fucking clue what that means, and then biting the medal, not to prove it's chocolate, but to prove that it is there.
I just want to see the minis.
You might wind up
Online.
wasted no time going for that pin.
Just as we're saying that, we've just won another gold medal,
Yay, sport. One the pugs.
and my dog has just ran in,
Yeah.
almost like it knew. It's like,
Into something. We're onto something. What's the one where they jump over the hurdles? It's the hurdles.
the equestrian show jumping
No, with the ones the humans do.
hurdles,
It's called the hurdles, yeah.
hurdles,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Imagine this. Hurdles
I don't think we're done here yet.
with the pugs.
Of course we're not done. He's committed
You
to
obviously
it.
haven't seen Daxton throwing going over hurdles.
Hanging offense.
I know a bit of the Crufts, but I just
Oh my, the champion is certainly
yeah, we're onto something.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, like if you're going to be doing like a dog Olympics like that, the difference is that you have to have different,
Not just
like
not just dogs. Every animal,
every animal.
every single animal. I want there should be no. Now we could break it up by
By weight
the
class,
gene
you have to do by
Yeah.
weight class. Be fair, you have to be fair about it. Like if you're separate,
And-
yeah.
no birds on the high jump. Thanks very much.
Well, obviously, like that goes without saying. If you've got wings, it's a bit of an unfair disadvantage. Like we're not being fucking idiots here, you know. Like,
This
come on,
is serious fucking. Don't be fucking stupid.
serious,
Of course we're not gonna have
serious
fucking.
fucking sport
Of
here.
course we're not gonna have
You-
fucking birds in the high jump. But giraffes
idiot.
though. Giraffes in the high jump. They have to.
You see, no. You see, here's the thing with giraffes. You see, do they jump?
Pole vault for the giraffes.
No, you have to pole vault over the giraffe, and you have to like get taller and taller giraffes each time.
How do you like what happened after your match last week, champ? Better get used to that kind of treatment because
You can combine. You would be able to combine the shot put if it was a tennis ball with the long catch.
Exactly, yeah. No, that's the one we get the dogs for. The Olympic frisbee. The Olympic frisbee. Because what it does is the frisbee gets shot out at a certain velocity, right? It's going to go a certain length. But what the dog has to do is try and get it the quickest way possible.
As I've seen all the lads throwing the frisbee down the American football field, the dog is sprinting
Yeah.
after the catch. Oh, it just hits parts of my brain I didn't know needed stimulation.
Olympic sheep herding would be an interesting one, because then
yeah,
you'd have to
solid,
you always have heats where you're able to do a certain amount, but then like you have to stack it like you would in the pole vault. We're like, okay, we're able to manage 35 sheep, but do you think you can break a record of 40?
But you
Bring in the
manage,
sheep.
you can get higher points the different animal you use. You can have 30 sheep or 2 rhinoceri.
Now that's the freestyle competition. That's different. That's when you can do whatever the fuck you want. Again, Brian, this is a serious fucking conversation.
Sorry.
Serious, right?
Sorry,
this is
yeah,
Olympic
this-
level here. None of this fucking like this woke shit you're talking about here, right?
this-
We need
none
to
of
have
this-
rules.
When the Sunday League sheep herding shit. Which
Sort
is
of
another.
fucking zoo you working here, Brian? For fuck's sake, come on.
My son is the king of the zoo. I think you'll find.
He's a quick fucking king of the swingers club, the Jungle VIP.
Yeah.
Not gonna work in this fucking area. I tell you that much, right?
Right, Jamie. I don't know much
Yeah.
you heard of that, but we're making an Animal Olympics.
Okay. That sounds like it could be interesting.
Yeah. Only consensus we've come to in there's no birds allowed at the high jump. That's just taking the
That
piss.
would be an unfair advantage. Although, the Olympics I want to see is not the one where they ban PEDs, but encourage them.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how fast a human can possibly move with all the pharmaceutical assistance they can get.
Yeah, I think that was. I remember that joke that Frankie Boyle made. He did during the stand-up routine. It's like he said he wanted to do the same thing. He wanted Usain Bolt to be able to run so fast that he would disappear, and then re-emerge 3 minutes later, 60 years older, and just shouting the words "Beware China" before he collapses into the dust.
Yeah.
You'd watch it.
I would watch it.
Fucking would.
I would watch it. To be fair.
Or the one that's just should happen, and why it hasn't happened, I find it fucking grossly insulting to all of our intelligence. Have one normal person
Yep.
do the event.
Yep.
Yes.
Because all of these people are Olympic level.
Yeah.
So they all look like they're moving at the same speed. Put one random averager in there just to fucking show.
He's the control. Yeah.
Someone in the stadium who's paid their ticket, fair, you paid your ticket, like Willy Wonka. Everyone check under your seat. Time for the javelin. Oh, here we are, fucking Jay O'Shea. Up you fucking go. You are the Olympic representative. Free tracksuit. Try not to kill anyone.
Now, okay, that sounds absolutely tremendous in theory. It really, really does. But what happens if you accidentally discover a bronze medalist and you have all these poor fuckers who have spent years practicing and training, only to be outdone by Dave in the third row?
Much like then they qualify for the next one. But,
okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But much like the hare doesn't win in the greyhound race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're out. Look, everyone's trained. They've been training for years. Devoted their life to it. That's grand. You get your ticket. You listen. No, I will not ever fucking ever allow an Olympic athlete to be Santino Morella.
Fair point. Okay.
No, do you know what? No. I'd say let them be eligible because everyone loves an underdog. And really, if you've trained for 4 years and some randomer out of the stalls has beaten you, it says more about you than it does them.
You know what? We were only talking about the wrestling wrestling mindset earlier on. That's a wrestling mindset right there. It's like the boyhood dream has come true. This one definitely didn't, but it's still funny nonetheless.
So what event?
In fairness, that guy who won the silver medal for Turkey earlier on, the guy with the fucking hand in the pocket, and that guy definitely.
That's the stance they use.
It still looks funny out of context. Stop bringing realism into this, Kira. Now that guy definitely ran him from the crowd. That's the kind of person you can get behind. That's your everyman, you know.
So what event are you going for?
Well, I mean, if we're going for this randomer thing, I think the shooting is a good way because you just get like anyone from Northern Ireland and you're sorted.
Is there, look, knowing my cultural heritage, not that you'd know about it, lads, but like we can have cars around my way. Is there like a born out 100 meters? You have to set the car on fire and then run away as fast as possible.
What you need to do is you need to do the exact same accent there, but just do it for dressage, and you're practically there already. Yeah, no worries. I can make a dance. I can make a horse dance. No bother. No, don't worry.
I know me way around the ponies. Don't worry.
I know your canters from your trances. Don't worry about that.
Although, I don't know. I like the idea of doing the hockey because I think I'd look great in a skirt.
You do look actually. You have good legs. You could definitely be a hockey player.
That'd be me now. I'd have gone for the beach volleyball. I fucking hate sand.
And your arse is not great, to be honest, Brian.
Yeah, no, I'm front facing gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do the pole vaulting. We also have that poor fucker with the massive cock. Like that's not my disqualification there.
The definition of a double-edged sword, because on one hand he just lost out on a medal, On the other hand, he is going to clean up.
Jamie, if you think that was bad, you should have seen him in the fencing.